Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Wednesday, July 28th, at 8:25 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 669 headlines from 106 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Workmen digging a well in a man's backyard discovered a $100 million windfall, a cluster of 2.5 million sapphire carats. California teen attacked by crocodile in Mexico is grateful to those who saved her. Gretchen Whitmer breaks fundraising records via loophole for recalls. A man was charged with making graphic threats to Fauci, warning he would soon be hunted, tortured, beaten, and enslaved. Organizer mishaps continue to plague cycling at Tokyo Games. Election updates. Jake LZ defeats Susan Wright in Texas congressional race. Goddess of weightlifting wins first gold medal for Taiwan in Tokyo, sets 3 Olympic records. If GOP won't defend the Capitol, the Constitution or themselves, what do they stand for? Multiple Republican governors reject CDC mask guidance renewal. Captain of sinking boat arrested after 34 people rescued in Maryland, Coast Guard says. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. At least 2 dead and dozens injured after an acetic acid leak at a facility near La Porte, Texas, CNN. Bitcoin eyes longest winning streak in 2021 amid crypto rebound, Yahoo Finance. U.S. men's basketball team bounces back from Olympic opening loss, defeats Iran 120-66, ESPN. Simone Biles withdraws from the individual all-around final at Tokyo Olympics, NPR. Katie Ledecky wins 1,500 in freestyle for her 6th career Olympic gold medal and first at Tokyo 2020, CNN. Yui Ohashi scrapes by USA's Alex Walsh, Kate Douglas for 200 MIM gold Tokyo Olympics NBC Sports. Joey Jordison, Slipknot founding drummer, dies at age 46, The Guardian. Chinese stocks are now among Asia's worst performing as Beijing crackdown spooks investors, CNBC. Jake LZ defeats Susan Wright in runoff election for Texas 6th Congressional District, AP Projects, CBS News. Dow Jones Futures, Apple, Microsoft, Google, AMD earnings in focus, Fed meeting to drive market rally after leaders slump, Investors Business Daily. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Geraldo Rivera tells Sean Hannity on his own show, "You've been gaslighting." Teen fatally shot inside California movie theater, another wounded. Simone Biles withdraws from women's all-around final at Tokyo Olympics. Former Slipknot drummer Joey Jordison dies at 46. Pedestrian survives massive fireball erupting from NYC sidewalk grates. Rep Jim Jordan, after dodging question, admits he spoke to Trump on January 6. Chemical leak at Texas plant kills 2, injures 7. U.S. won't defend Rep. Mo Brooks for speaking at pro-Trump rally on January 6. Actor Bob Odenkirk rushed to hospital after collapsing on set of Better Call Saul. Partisan pageantry, Republican senators dismiss emotional January 6 hearing. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. PD, man stabbed multiple times outside bar. Frontier passenger stuck on planes for hours. Search underway for car connected to murder. Skateboarding grows in popularity. Dog rescued after being abandoned in viral video. Family sad after grave stripped of decoration. No charges against officer who fatally hit cyclist. DoorDash driver warns of scheme. Texarkana muralist turns her talent into a full-time career. College opens care pantry to help students. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. U.S. declines to defend Trump bully in lawsuit over January 6 riot. Woman faces murder charge after man shaken as baby dies at 35. As virus cases rise, another contagion spreads among the vaccinated. Anger. Matt Damon's disappearing acts. The silent pulse of the universe, what Jocelyn Bell Burnell discovered. What we learned from Mena Souvari's book on the dark part of her life. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Simone Biles withdraws from individual all-around competition. Minnesota police officer shooting death on Indian reservation prompts FBI probe, report. Police officers cut through gamesmanship with harrowing accounts of defending Capitol. Greg Gutfeld, isn't it time white leftists resign from their jobs to correct injustice? Texas chemical leak kills 2, injures 6, described as mass casualty incident. Tucker Carlson hit stems for carefully selected police officers invited to January 6 commission hearing. Retired Marine responds to woke Fort Benning commanding general who attacked him over vaccine criticism. Lucy Liu recalls spat with Bill Murray on Charlie's Angels set, inexcusable and unacceptable. Abbott orders Texas National Guard to assist with arrests at US-Mexico border. GOP Rep Jim Banks, Dem-led January 6 committee's Capitol Hill hearing was performance art. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Wednesday, July 28. The next headlines are from the seventh most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. Fourth stimulus check, is another relief payment coming? Baseball report, MLB's trade deadline looms. Higher COVID rate found in counties with higher vaccination rate. 2021 CrossFit Games individual finals to air on CBS Sunday, August 1st. We love you, athletes. Fans offer support to Simone Biles after she withdrew from Olympics gymnastics team final. The next headlines are from the eighth most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Get boyfriend shirt on Amazon for as little as 12.13. COVID-19 UK, Sage advisor warns pandemic isn't all over quite yet. Boris slaps down Michael Gove for branding vaccine refuser selfish. Boris says self-isolation rules will ease on August 16, but not before. Holidaymakers face chaos with Spain on verge of Amber Plus list. Iceland boss says he suspects his supermarket staff are deleting COVID app. Shocking moment, woman wearing white dress and flower crown brawls with female passenger at West Ham. Amber List travel, we reveal the secrets that will let you find some perfect peace in Greece. Olympic heartbreak for Andy Murray and Joe Salisbury as they lose to Yvonne Dodig and Marin Cilic. Tokyo Olympics, Simone Biles withdraws from the individual all-around competition. The following headlines are from the ninth most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is The Washington Post World News Feed. Truck hits laborers asleep on side of India Road, killing 18. Want to skip the vaccine in Russia? You could be suspended from work. Tokyo governor urges youth to get vaccinated to slow surge. A birthday gift, Israeli woman donates kidney to Gaza boy. Spear gunsling of Costas, beloved Mediterranean monk seal, sparks outrage on Greek island. Outcry in Pakistan over beheading of former ambassador's daughter. China may be having a harder time with Biden than with Trump. COVID-19 global updates. U.S. warns against travel to Israel, Portugal and Spain as Delta fuels outbreaks. Palestinian killed by Israeli troops in West Bank. Vigilantes raid southern Mexico town, abduct 21, burn homes. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. Coronavirus live news, record cases in South Korea and Thailand, U.S. may mandate vaccines for federal workers. UK annual house price growth cools but remains in double digits, business live. Call for Hungarian ministers to resign in wake of Pegasus revelations. Simone Biles pulls out of Olympics all-around gymnastics final to focus on mental health. Hear me out, why G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra isn't a bad movie. They stood firm, poverty and police violence in 70s Northern Ireland, in pictures. UNHCR's 7 decades of work with refugees, in pictures. We walked 18 hours, no food, Taliban advance triggers exodus of Afghans. The Queen's Bank Outs joins the ranks of ethical brands. Totally fresh and weird, Marshall Brickman on Jersey Boys, Dylan and Woody Allen. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. British swimmers make relay history, US doesn't even medal. Simone Biles withdraws from individual all-around to focus on her mental health. Quarantined Olympic athlete says lack of fresh air inhuman. How students fare during first full school year in pandemic. Americans make swim history in Tokyo. Watch, time-lapse, wildfire cam captures moment it's engulfed by flames. Department of Justice declines to back Rep. Mo Brooks in lawsuit brought by Reb Swalwell. Biden to announce vaccine mandate for all federal employees, sources. Judge to decide if Molly Tibbetts' convicted killer will get new trial. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Joey Jordison, Slipknot founding drummer dies aged 46. Petrol bombs thrown at Cuban embassy in Paris. Star gymnast Biles withdraws from all-around final. Barabanki accident, 18 die after truck crashes into bus in India. Tokyo Olympics, Great Britain win emphatic gold in 4x200 and freestyle relay. Capitol riot, policeman tells January 6 hearing he feared he would die. Chris Wu, why a superstar sparked China's sexual consent debate. COVID, Sydney extends lockdown as other Australian cities reopen. Gilgamesh tablet, U.S. authorities take ownership of artifact. Key moments from first hearing of Capitol riot inquiry. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. The CDC is recommending masks for vaccinated people in high transmission areas. What does that mean? At least 2 dead, 7 injured after chemical plant leak in LaPorte, Texas, officials say. More wind, higher temps could worsen California's largest wildfire, East Coast sees more smoky skies. Officials, 2 dead after Texas chemical plant leak. Israeli woman donates kidney to Gaza boy. NSA, rebooting often can thwart phone hackers. CDC mask recommendations have changed again, what's required in your state? LA requires vaccination or tests for city workers. Officers in Colo face charges in violent arrest. Lawsuit alleges Johnson & Johnson marketed talc baby powder to black women amid cancer concerns. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Yolo County reimposes indoor mask mandate, citing rising COVID cases and hospitalizations. Grid operator, expecting hot weather and high demand for electricity, issues flex alert for Wednesday. California considers indoor mask rules after CDC's recommendation. LA Police Commission appoints new president, who promptly rejects defund movement. San Francisco bars to require proof of COVID-19 vaccines for indoor patrons. LA will require city employees to get vaccinated or regularly tested for COVID-19. Eerie photos capture smoke-filled orange skies from Dixie Fire. Ed Buck convicted in meth overdose deaths of Gemma Moore and Timothy Dean. 2 people shot, 1 fatally, in Corona Theater showing Purge film. Los Angeles Police Department shootings up compared with recent years, including 2 occurring Monday. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Wednesday, July 28, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Hidilyn Diaz, who received first Olympic gold medal for Philippines, rewarded with $600,000 and 2 houses. Israeli campaign aimed to whip up U.S. protests against Ben & Jerry's, report. Sweden prosecutes former Iranian official for 1988 mass executions. Italy flooding, dozens rescued after towns around popular tourist spot Lake Como hit by landslides and heavy rain. Super outbreaks of fire. Thunderstorms could change Earth's climate, Australian and U.S. experts warn. The global economy's business-as-usual approach to climate change has seen Earth's vital signs deteriorate to record levels, an influential group of scientists said Wednesday, warning that several climate tipping points were now imminent. Russian government blocks internet access to websites of poison and imprisoned critic Alexei Navalny and his allies. Julian Assange stripped of citizenship by Ecuador. Julian Assange. 580 died in BC due to heat wave, according to latest coroner analysis. Protests in Pakistan over beheading of former ambassador's daughter. Argentina officially recognizes non-binary people. The country joins only a handful of others around the world in allowing citizens to mark their gender as something other than male or female on their IDs. Documents reveal U.S. lobbyists conducted propaganda campaigns for violent African dictatorships in Equatorial Guinea and DRC. Egypt discovers warship wreck from Greek Ptolemaic era. Exceptional heat dome over Central and Southern Europe pushes temperatures into the extremes over 45 C, 113 F, across the Balkans, Italy, Turkey for weeks. Bermuda wins its first ever Olympic gold after nearly 100 years of trying. The next headlines are from Forbes. Hong Kong billionaire Lee Man-tat, known as Oyster Sauce King, dies at 91. Tyler Anderson's strange night shows wackiness of MLB trade deadline. Swimmer Katie Ledecky ends gold medal drought with dominant win in 1500 freestyle. Billionaire Richard leaves BCCW to sell data center business to Digital Bridge for $750 million. Here are the Republicans most likely to refuse the COVID-19 vaccine, poll finds. Los Angeles Rams are hoping their low-budget backfield plays above its pay scale. Apple services set records, TV Plus moving in right direction. Capitol physician reimposes house mask mandate after CDC releases new guidance. WWE NXT results, winners, news and notes on July 27, 2021. Department of Justice says it won't defend Mo Brooks in January 6 lawsuit from Eric Swalwell. The next headlines are from Nature.com. Delta's success, satellite swarms and a super COVID antibody. Europe's reformed agricultural policy disappoints. Pain in the brain, climate racism, and quantum cusp, books in brief. Peru to punish bending of clinical trial rules. The unnoticed emotions that help us see the world. Scientists, reach across the aisle, Republicans could be back soon. Global climate models do not need more behavioral science. Far-off planet has a nursery for baby moons. Artificial intelligence and structural biology is here to stay. Daily briefing, autoimmune disease, when our defenses turn on us. The world population update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,721,145,044 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time, and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Korean masked singer broadcaster MBC unveils new mass talent format. Simone Biles will not defend her all-around gold medal at Tokyo Olympics. IDV revenue soar 27% in strong half-year financial performance. Top Olympic sponsors grilled on China human rights abuses ahead of Beijing Games. Bob Odenkirk hospitalized after collapsing on Better Call Saul set. The Boy Behind the Door review, compact terror among kidnapped kids. Los Angeles to require vaccines or regular COVID-19 tests for city employees. Sky marks end of an era as Sky One channel is retired in a major rebrand. Dua Lipa says she's surprised and horrified by DaBaby's homophobic remarks. SBA has awarded $7.6 billion of $16 billion in Save Our Stages relief, many indie venues still waiting. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Simone Biles withdraws from the individual all-around final at Tokyo Olympics. Katie Ledecky wins her first gold in Tokyo and reflects on the pressure athletes face. Biden is considering a vaccine or testing mandate for federal workers. Openly LGBTQ Olympians would rank 14th in medal wins if they were a country. Tanzania's dilemma, it's not so easy to go from vaccine denier to vaccine embracer. Senators strike bipartisan funding deal for Capitol security and Afghan refugees. 2 Colorado police officers are investigated after a violent arrest. The Justice Department is struggling to bring Capitol riot cases to trial, here's why. Wu-Tang Clan album once owned by Martin Shkreli sold by U.S. government. A lockdown forced the Philippines' Hidilyn Diaz to get creative in her training. The following headlines are from the week. Creative volunteers are writing and illustrating free books to help kids in South Africa with literacy. In Texas special election, Jay Gelsi defeats candidate endorsed by Trump. Katie Ledecky wins Olympic gold in first ever women's 1,500-meter freestyle. Within 7 days, Bhutan fully vaccinates 90% of eligible adults. Olympic diver Tom Daley knits an adorable holder to protect his gold medal. U.S. government sells one-of-a-kind Wu-Tang Clan album to pay off Martin Shkreli's debt. Blinken, swastika carving in State Department elevator shows anti-Semitism isn't a relic of the past. Americans who attend church frequently are more likely to view QAnon favorably, poll finds. White House considering vaccine mandate for federal employees, a significant escalation in inoculation efforts. Why some critics think the CDC's messaging on masking is astonishingly bad. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. For Greg Abbott, all the borders a stage. The next headlines are from Universe Today. Europe launches its new robotic arm, which will crawl around the International Space Station like an inchworm. These are the news headlines for today, Wednesday, July 28. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. First moon-forming disk around an exoplanet. The next news is from Politico. Live results for Texas 6th runoff election. United Kingdom's disability strategy is flimsy, activists say. Cuban embassy in Paris attacked with petrol bombs. Trump-backed candidate loses in Texas special election. Justice Department declines to defend Rep. Mo Brooks against January 6 incitement lawsuit. Newsom pulls kids from summer camp after maskless revelation. Small Business Administration to revamp PPP forgiveness in bid to end historic program. Tiger of the House claws his way through infrastructure talks. Jill Biden's chief of staff is the president's pick to be ambassador to Spain. Democrats press Biden to extend eviction ban. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Qantas flight organized for vulnerable Australians stuck in Indonesia. I can finish the match but I can die. Tennis star loses his cool in Tokyo heat. Tokyo Olympics live updates. Biles chooses not to defend individual title, bronze for Australia in cycling. Even as fitness takes center stage, Ledecky is still making women's swimming history. We can boost confidence in AstraZeneca by minimizing the already tiny risk. Tokyo governor wants more hospital beds for record COVID infections. Plans for new Riverside Theater in Parramatta get green light. Carlisle Bay on the quick backup looking for breakthrough. Race by race preview and tips for why on Thursday. 8 of 1, support for NSW's now halted plan for international students. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. My Man of Steel partner provides for me and my daughter. I'm about to receive an $800K settlement. How should I spend it? Activision Blizzard CEO admits tone-deaf response to allegations, ahead of employee walkout. The Moneyist, no, you're not crazy. Yes, the CDC's mask guidelines are confusing. Why you should wear a mask indoors even if you're vaccinated. The Moneyist, my son has laseritis, he only contacts me on birthdays and Mother's Day. I fear that inheriting my estate will only make him worse. The Moneyist, my mother was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. My siblings created chaos in her life. Should I help my mom change her will? Earnings results. These results boosted by strong spending in person, online and on travel. IPO report. Duolingo prices IPO at $102 a share, above expected range. MarketWatch first take. Apple's blowout earnings didn't help its stock, and here's why. Earnings results. Microsoft tops $60 billion in annual earnings for the first time to cap record-breaking year. Market extra. U.S. wealth grew by $19 trillion during the pandemic, but mostly for the very rich. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Compulsory licenses in the access of the vaccine of COVID-19 by African countries, intellectual property, worldwide, Mondac News alerts. Last week in the Federal Circuit, July 19 to 23, considering secondary considerations, J.D. Supra. PTAB nixes Raytheon gas turbine engine patent claims, Law 360. Supreme Court gives China a technology innovation advantage over U.S., Washington Times. Fact check, was Ram Geshmina beaten after saffron flag was torn down from Amagar Fort, Toys Matrix. D-Business Daily Update, Detroit Cycling Championship returns to Heart of City, State Awards $1.55 and to Centropolis Accelerator, and more, dbusiness.com. CNIPA announced draft amendments to patent mortgage registration method for comments, intellectual property, China, Mondac News alerts. Cognitive Explainable Artificial Intelligence, AI, startup recognized as top 5 leading global companies in the 4th Industrial Revolution, 4IR or Industry 4.0, by Oxford Academic Report, Markets Insider. BioFlight forms Scientific Advisory Board of prominent government and life science experts, StreetInsider.com. Form 8K Orogenics Incorporated 4, July 26, StreetInsider.com. The next headlines are from Quartz. Why Krispy Kreme went public, again. The biggest job creating opportunity in South Africa, according to the World Bank. If India moves away from coal, what will happen to the miners' livelihoods? 8 months later, Indian farmers still struggling to make their voices heard. Hong Kong's first national security law verdict shows Beijing's red line has become a red net. How Mirabai Chanu went from nearly quitting weightlifting to an Olympic silver in Tokyo. India's Olympics, pipe dream. These companies still donate to January 6 seditionists in Congress. This is not a games. Simone Biles shows why it's time to put less weight on winning. The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. Splunk cannot sue Deutsche Telekom in USA over Magenta trademark bullying occurring in Germany. Supreme Court asked to firmly establish a First Amendment right to record police officers. Tech Dirt Podcast Episode 291, Free Speech, Elections, Vaccines, and Social Media. As the White House, and others, blame Facebook for COVID vaccination rates, health officials are blaming Fox News. IBM Policy Labs newsletter is a must-read for tech policy. Judge tosses Candace Owens' litigious attempt to turn Facebook fact-checking into defamation. Daily Deal, the intro to cryptocurrency bundle. Tech Dirt is now entirely without any Google Ads or tracking code. AT&T gets loyal lawmakers to push a broadband tax for big tech. Police union gives Officer of the Year award to a cop who spent last year suspended. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Bob Odenkirk, Xavier Howard, Corey Taylor, Sue Bird, Simone Biles' boyfriend, Tyler Anderson, Mariners, AAPL, Mila Kunis, Joey Jordison. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Assange's attorney accuses government of foul play after Ecuador strips WikiLeaks co-founder of citizenship due to unpaid fees. Russia is world's second biggest oil producer after US this year, Rosted. Tennis star Medvedev thrashes journalist for suggesting Russian athletes are carrying stigma of cheaters at Tokyo Olympics. Simone Biles pulls out again at Tokyo 2020, gymnast withdraws from individual all-around competition final. Russia ramps up its hydrogen energy ambitions. I can die, Russian ace Medvedev fears he could drop dead in Tokyo heat before battling into Olympic quarterfinals, video. The most painful of recoveries, liberals gloat as conservative YouTuber Steven Crowder hospitalized with collapsed lung. Sydney extends lockdown yet again, forcing city of 5 MN to stay home for another month amid small spike in COVID cases. 2 Colorado officers arrested after bodycam footage shows unarmed trespassing suspect choked and pistol whipped. Gilgamesh Dream, U.S. confiscates Sumerian tablet stolen from Iraq and bought by Hobby Lobby. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. UK plans to remove Chinese state-owned firm from nuclear energy projects in latest sign of growing mistrust. Zero COVID experts put grandkids at risk. Cuba's embassy in Paris damaged in Molotov cocktail attack. Government advisor who warned of 200,000 COVID cases a day faces scrutiny after dramatic fall in UK infections. Authoritarian strong on power, it is time to recalibrate the government. Russia producing 2 new doomsday planes as mobile command centers in event of nuclear war. Labeling anti-lockdown protesters anarchists is wrong, law professor. 2/3 of Indians have been exposed to COVID-19. Border Patrol apprehends 20,000 illegal aliens in 1 week in busiest sector. France lashes out at Iran, risks jeopardizing stalled nuclear talks. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. The farmer keeping Zimbabwean music alive, Hector Mugini. In its latest crackdown, China intensifies focus on real estate. Thousands of scientists warn climate tipping points imminent. Israeli forces kill Palestinian man in occupied West Bank. Olympics latest, Katie Ledecky fights back to win 1,500 m. Chinese stocks pair losses as state media try to stem panic. Our lives are in danger, Afghans queue up to get passports. Pakistani, 19, becomes youngest person to summit K2. Google parent sees record quarterly profits on back of retail ads. Blinken starts India visit with address to civil society leaders. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Gwyn, Simone Biles didn't quit on Team USA, she saved it. Hollywood celebrities fawn over Adam Kinzinger, rage at GOP during Pelosi's January 6 commission hearing. Philippines awards first ever gold medalist $600,000, house. Marlo to Tucker, Breitbart report suggests deep penetration by CCP into Swalwell's operation. Reports, DC spends $22,847 per student, third highest in nation, with highest dropout rate at 31%. Protests against Iran regime growing rapidly, death to the dictator. Exclusive, co-worker of Unabomber victim, Biden nominee must answer for eco-terrorism that inspired Ted Kaczynski. Fauci, new mask recommendations will incentivize people to get vaccinated. 1 killed, 1 wounded in theater shooting in gun-controlled California. Sanctuary State California, Newsom approves taxpayer-funded health benefits for elderly illegal aliens. The next headlines are from UPI News. Watch, kitten rescued from car undercarriage after running onto highway. Man wins $375,000 from lottery ticket because he was bored. Woman finds card containing $500, tracks down owners. Watch, two-headed sea turtle hatchling found at South Carolina park. Watch, New York man hits world's longest table tennis serve. Watch, baby elephant rescued from narrow well in India. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Maine is first U.S. state to ban PFAS forever chemicals in all products, and huge companies are getting on board. Blind for 15 years, she now has 20/20 vision and sees her grandchildren for the first time. This year's Perseid meteor shower will be super bright with up to 50 shooting stars an hour. This repair shop is on a mission to fix our throwaway culture. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Wednesday, July 28. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Pizza delivery guy takes 1 slice out of box after customer refuses to dip. Dump truck crash spills cow poop onto Florida highway. Feline OK, the app that tells you if your cat's happy. LA's homeless housing now costs more than some luxury condos. Serval escapes North Carolina petting zoo with help from Big. Wu-Tang Clan album sale pays off Martin Shkreli's core debt. Birmingham doctor makes stomach-churning discovery in bag of Marks & Spencer microwave rice. Divine transformation, ex-strip club becomes church in Alaska. The gun that killed Billy the Kid is going up for auction, starting bid, $2 million. UK PM Johnson worried about his dog's romantic urges in Downing Street. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Review, the Max Pro is a full gym that fits in a backpack, with one important quirk. Here's why thousands of Activision Blizzard employees are planning to strike. Big Tech tries to derail EU AI policy with warnings from US think tank. Scientists detect water vapor in the atmosphere of Jupiter's largest moon. This free AR app helped me remember who my plants are. Damn, I wish BMW's cargo app concept actually existed. Learn to play the piano at your own pace with no prior experience for only $20. Encrypt Office is a one-stop hub to protect a modern digital business and their critical data. Disney Plus Hotstar now has a mobile-only viewing plan. 3 things we learned from Musk's last earnings call for Tesla. The following headlines are from Science Daily. How relaxing COVID-19 restrictions could pave the way for vaccine resistance. Body size, digestive systems shape ungulate foraging. Differences in financial risk preferences can make or break a marriage. Global dementia cases forecasted to triple by 2050. The pulse of the Dead Sea. More than just walking, a neural for core brain region. Magnetic balding of black holes saves general relativity prediction. To de-ice planes on the fly, researchers aim to control rather than combat ice formation. A naturally inspired, reusable system that purifies water and builds itself. Patients report long-term favorable effects of weight loss surgery in their daily lives. The next headlines are from Information Week. Why the pandemic accelerated the decline of the data dashboard. 3 tips for creating a strong, healthy software team. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Wednesday, July 28 from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Rain is headed for flood-ravaged Cedar City. USA gymnast Michaela Skinner's Olympics may not be over yet. Why did USA gymnast Simone Biles withdraw from Olympic competition? A sports psychologist offers insight into athletes' mental health. Utah football coach Kyle Whittingham says Utes are more than 80% vaccinated, with 90% in sight. Bagley cartoon, Wrecking Ball. Mental health crisis worker charged with harboring runaway former patient, raping her. CDC advises indoor masks in most of Utah. LDS leaders shift gears, revive Saturday evening sessions of General Conference. Former Bayou star Zach Wilson has yet to sign his rookie contract as New York Jets begin camp. We asked, you answered, responsible recreation. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. Astronaut watches Russian space station module fall from space in fiery demise. UK government backs scheme for motorway cables to power lorries. FSU's US Postal Office for records about covert social media spying program. YouTube punishes Brazil's president for spreading lies about COVID. Instagram makes under 16s accounts private by default. Activision Blizzard employees to walk out following sexual harassment lawsuit. Pharma bro Martin Shkreli's one-of-a-kind Wu-Tang Clan album sold by U.S. government. Lucasfilm hires deepfake YouTuber who fixed The Mandalorian. Google Cloud offers a model for fixing Google's product-killing reputation. Elon Musk sniped at Apple twice on earnings call. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. St. Louis County Council approves 5-2 of terminating face covering mandate. 17-year-old shot multiple times in St. Louis. One Missouri family's tragedy leads to hundreds of acts of kindness. Boy Scout chaperone accused of placing hidden cameras in bathrooms at summer camp. IndyCar drivers get test laps in at Worldwide Technology Raceway. St. Louis firefighters protect and serve despite high temperatures. $15 an hour wage becoming a norm as employers struggle to fill service industry jobs. St. Louis County Council members to challenge mask mandate at tonight's in-person meeting. Overturned dump truck on NBI 270 diverts traffic. This has been a long time coming. Russ Faria on PemHub's first court appearance. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Olympic champ Biles withdraws from all-around competition. Coronado Community Group apologizes for tortilla throwing incident at June basketball game. Actor Bob Odenkirk collapses on set of Better Call Saul, report. Woman denies hit and run charge in bicyclist's death in Oceanside. San Diego County to follow new CDC guidance in recommending wearing masks indoors. Flex alert, Californians urged to reduce power use Wednesday. San Diego gymnastics leader, gymnasts inspired by Biles' decision to withdraw from competition. COVID cases at school in Chula Vista causing concern for parents. Man faces life sentence after admitting to stabbing own mother to death. UC San Diego Health experiences data breach. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. Ukraine's Archer develops new gunner sight for main battle tanks. Ukrainian missile maker secures $200 million contract for R-27 production. The next headlines are from SUP China, top news about China. Flood relief donation lifts struggling Chinese brand out of financial funk. Has China quit overseas coal financing? Hong Kong's first national security trial ends in guilty verdict. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Wednesday, July 28, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. California expands Medi-Cal to adults 50 plus regardless of immigration status. Community mourns Piedmont family killed in car crash. Contra Costa County considers worker vaccinations as COVID cases rise. Back to school, how Bay Area teachers are preparing. North Bay teen survives crocodile attack in Mexico. Warriors Academy welcomes kids back for in-person camps. Still the GOAT, Simone Biles receives flood of support on social media. Here's how new tech is helping Alameda County Sheriff's deputies with de-escalation. San Francisco apartment rentals are priciest in nation, report. Arrest made in hit-and-run crash that seriously injured 88-year-old woman in SF. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Riley drives in 6, chasing Braves pound Mets 12-5. Vegas trades Fleury to Chicago as goalie carousel spins. Better Call Saul star, Naperville North grad Bob Odenkirk collapses on set. See them compete, Wednesday's TV lineup for suburban Olympians. Grubauer, Hamilton among top names entering NHL free agency. Asian stocks sink after Wall Street pulls back from record. Fun, 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 the Beach Boys close out Elk Grove 2021 concert series. Cirque Italia bringing water circus to Aurora. Aurora man dies after being hit by vehicle in Hoffman Estates. Best of frenemies, Baez-Garrett feud carries on. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. Plan ahead, Seattle's Montlake Bridge to close Thursday evening ahead of month-long closure. City of Seattle awarded another $12 million to make repairs to West Seattle Bridge. New Seattle Waterfront Park on Pier 58 will feature playground, event space, public restroom, more. Report, in June these new cars, trucks sold the fastest in Seattle. A citywide crisis, Seattle police say 12 shot, 5 killed in string of weekend shootings. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Burkina Faso, Benin, Côte d'Ivoire, Cameroon, Ghana, Niger, Nigeria, Togo. Drought is ongoing in Armenia, Azerbaijan, Greece, Iraq, Iran, Jordan, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Angola. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in Brazil. Drought is ongoing in Canada, United States. Drought is ongoing in Afghanistan, Iran, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Russia, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan. Green alert for tropical cyclone Bartek 21. Population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Drought is ongoing in United States. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Paraguay. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Wednesday, July 28th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Simone Biles withdraws from all-around competition at Tokyo Olympics. Bob Odenkirk hospitalized after collapsing on set of Better Call Saul. 2 dead after chemical leak at LyondellBasell facility in LaPorte, officials say. Houston residents raise concerns over big rig traffic in historic neighborhood. Mixed reviews pour in from Houston area business owners on CDC mask guidance. California movie theater shooting during showing of Purge sequel leaves 1 dead, 1 wounded. This can be triggering, mental health experts weigh in on Capitol riot hearing. New Disney Plus series turning the tables with Robin Roberts changes up format of talk shows. New council member is making illegal dumping remission. Intruder caught peeking through window before breaking into Baytown apartment. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Blinken talking to top Indian officials to strengthen ties. Olympics latest, China wins 3rd diving medal of Tokyo Games. Infrastructure talks leave Biden's entire agenda at risk. Turn off, turn on, simple step can thwart top phone hackers. Yanks send reliever Sessa, Wilson to Reds for PTBNL. U.S. volleyball star revels as role model for deaf kids. 0 COVID-19 deaths reported in Taiwan. Taurasi feeling fine at Olympics after first game in 3 weeks. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Extra, breakdancing is coming to the next Olympics, and OG breakers are conflicted about it. All NYC counties fall under CDC's new recommendation for universal indoor masking. Feds sell Martin Shkreli's unique Wu-Tang Clan album, so can we listen to it now? Masala Mama serving up fantastic vegetarian and vegan Indian dishes at a pop-up in Gowanus. Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York. Will city worker vaccination policy ease parents' concerns about return to classrooms? Cuomo promises emergency rent payments will be made by August 31st. Here's the lineup for New York City's homecoming concert, vaccine required to attend. Wildfire smoke returns to NYC skies. Early edition, Gen Xers hit hardest by pandemic unemployment. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Water poverty, the political connection. Child rights experts warn that displaced children and young people risk being wiped out of the education system. UN African Union mission in Darfur in final shutdown phase. Progress on tobacco fight, but new nicotine products pose increasing threat. COVID-19, education replaced by shuttered schools, violence, teenage pregnancy. Myanmar, rights expert calls for COVID ceasefire, urges UN action. Honor killings, religion or culture? Stepping up to meet low-income countries' pandemic recovery needs. Latin America sets an example in welcoming displaced Venezuelans. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. These U.S. cities, government agencies have implemented COVID-19 vaccine mandates. Big Tech forms terror database for right-wing extremists. PayPal and ADL team up to fight hate. Senator Ron Johnson demands answers from Biden on administration's work with Big Tech to censor online posts. Videos, Fauci, CNN, White House, Newsom and Cuomo all ratchet up attacks on unvaccinated Americans. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Bob Odenkirk collapses on Better Call Saul set. Do these Johnson & Johnson products cause hair loss? Does this meme accurately depict Hitler and Diaz's Olympic history? Yes, the CDC just reversed its policy on wearing masks indoors. Was Kanye West living in Mercedes-Benz Stadium to finish his album? LGBTQ event at Children's Museum cancelled following threats. Did University of Florida Lab find dangerous pathogens on kids' masks? Tobacco CEO sees into cigarettes in Britain in 10 years. No, French President Macron's security detail did not quit over COVID-19 rules. The next headlines are from factcheck.org. Post spacelessly link COVID-19 tests to vaccine conspiracy theory. Video twists advice on Delta variant and vaccination. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. D.C. Attorney General moves ahead with Trump inauguration suit. Inside the Jehovah's Witnesses' secret pedophile database. How Kitty Spencer's wedding became the Fashion Olympics. Inside the police killing that's rocking cannabis country. This family is leaving Texas because of anti-trans bills. The RNC is ramping up its predatory fundraising machine. F-Boy Island is the hot vax summer of your nightmares. These conservative children's books have their own Epstein Island. New Dem ad campaign tells Senator Sinema, you're the problem. Russian vax disinfo push used every trick in the book. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Deadly LA theater shooting. Mets Michael Conforto shows sign of ending slump. Jets remember deceased coach, absolute tragedy. Banged up Jeff McNeil has another big night for Mets. Mets trade deadline task, adding starting pitcher. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. Explore how telescope mirrors are made. Grand Tour, wild weather of the solar system. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. CDC says some vaccinated Americans should wear masks indoors again. U.S. grapples with alarming spike in COVID infections fueled by Delta variant. Local matters, Florida's spike of new COVID cases leads the country. Vaccinated or not, the CDC wants you to wear a mask indoors. New coronavirus hotspots emerge in the South and Southwest. Alarming COVID hotspots in NYC amid battle over reopening schools. Climate change may have played a key role in pandemic, study says. Tokyo COVID cases reach record high amid summer games. Department of Veterans Affairs to require vaccinations for medical staff. Florida hospital sees most COVID-19 patients since start of pandemic, with over 90% unvaccinated. The following headlines are from alienUFOsightings.com. An 11-year-old got a physics degree, and he plans to make humans immortal. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Wealthy political donor Ed Buck found guilty on 9 felonies related to mass deaths of men in his Los Angeles apartment. Geraldo Rivera lashes out against anti-vaxxers on Fox News and Fox fans fire back. California teen grateful to be alive after crocodile drags her underwater at Mexico resort. Biden to mandate vaccine or tests for federal workers, report. Former Slipknot drummer Joey Jordison dead at 46. Trailer park for swingers says bring your house, share your spouse. CDC, even vaccinated people should wear masks indoors in parts of U.S. with substantial COVID spread. Vax out to rock out, vaccines will be required for upcoming Central Park COVID concert. Federal agency that oversees 9/11 health program warns law firms not to engage in fraud. Punishing drought pushes Utah's southern Great Salt Lake to lowest water levels ever recorded. The following headlines are from military.com. Texas National Guard will start helping make border arrests. Ecuadorian court revokes citizenship for Julian Assange. Guard troops in this state will be first to be ordered to get vaccinated or face regular testing. Defense bills would provide new food allowance for low-income military families. Former airman who leaked details of drone program sentenced, will serve prison time. Down to the wire, the Senate has a deal to fund the National Guard. U.S. stepping up airstrikes this week to support Afghan forces. Do you want him 6 feet under? How a Purple Heart recipient infiltrated a KKK murder plot. Old Bugaboo complicates US Russia search for new arms deal. VA makes error in using gender-neutral motto in official government notice. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Chicago firefighter charged with sexual assault is allowed to return to work duties. Lawsuit that challenged marijuana licensing process in Illinois is dropped, clearing way for lottery. Boy, 17, faces charges in connection with fatal Southside shooting, authorities say. After decades of invisibility, asexuals are speaking up and gaining ground. I don't need to be fixed because I'm not broken. Little Village residents protest opening of Target warehouse they say will create more pollution because of added diesel truck traffic. Protesters rally at Little Village Target distribution center. With Lollapalooza starting in 2 days, city urges anyone with COVID-19 symptoms to stay away, even if vaccinated. Chicago travel advisory expanded to 14 states with surging COVID-19 cases. Lollapalooza is still on, Arwady. Sylvia Shepard, worked on Section 2 teach children how to use the Tribune in classwork, dies at 89. Illinois repeals law criminalizing HIV and expands coverage for infertility treatment to LGBTQ couples and single would-be parents. The following headlines are from phys.org. Earth's vital signs worsening as humanity's impact deepens. Dangerous attraction, amorous pursuit imperils Cuban croc. In Spain, Iberian lynx claws back from brink of extinction. Western wildfires calm down in cool weather, but losses grow. Common wheat could spell bellyache for gluten intolerant. Improving soil health starts with farmer-researcher collaboration. Political discussions focused on consensus more comfortable, less divisive for students. Want to reduce cockroach sex? Block an enzyme. New strategy for drug design, keeping copper atoms closer to keep bacteria away. Breakthrough research examines the effects introduced animals had on Madagascar's extinct megafauna. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Wednesday, July 28th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. Can you overdose on marijuana? What makes us introverts, extroverts or ambiverts? Are fake meat products good for you? Ancient skulls show Anglo-Saxon identity was more cultural than genetic. 3 steps to get tied and toned for a lasting transformation. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Gunman wound Chinese in Pakistan's port city of Karachi. Roglic caps Slovenia's run with Olympic time trial win. Terminator 2, Ozzy lets nothing distract her from target. A common heart problem that's easy to miss. Ledecky wins gold, Biles drops out of all-around. U.S. women's water polo team handed rare loss at Olympics. China wins third Olympic synchro diving medal, U.S. gets silver. Quarantined Olympic athlete says lack of fresh air inhuman. Home of another investigative journalist in Russia raided. The following headlines are from mercurynews.com. Dear Abby, when I ran out to check on the screaming kid, her mom calls me nosy. Ask Amy, she doesn't want to hear that she's waddling toward an early grave. Simone Biles will not defend Olympic all-around gymnastics title. Homers do maze against Padres, who deal Oakland fourth straight loss. SF Giants beat Dodgers in instant classic, Bellinger's throwing error leads to Posey's run. Which confusing interchanges should get roadway paintings, roadshow. Oakland A's fans need to get to know new reliever Andrew Chaffin. Tokyo Games, Katie Ledecky comes back to win the first ever Olympic 1,500 freestyle. Department of Justice won't defend GOP lawmaker in Capitol riot suit. Power regulators issue statewide flex alert for Wednesday. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Chuck Todd rejects notion of liberal media bias, I'd say mainstream media overcorrected. Religious push raises vaccine acceptance, survey says. WGTS named the best Christian workplace nationwide. Charles Barkley says only a-holes are not vaccinated, everybody should be, period. Mexican migrant dies after falling from border fence. Biden administration, Texas move to get tough at the border. Inside the Beltway, Joe Biden flaws become a major story. National Police SN criticizes Congress for probing January 6 attack while ignoring 2020 violence. Ed Block, Democratic donor, convicted of offering drugs for sex, 2 died. House Republicans sue Nancy Pelosi in federal court over mask fines. The next headlines are from The Intercept. In the race against Nina Turner, GOP donors fund Chantal Brown. Daniel Hale sentenced to 45 months in prison for drone leak. How to defend yourself against the powerful new NSO spyware attacks discovered around the world. To counter critical race theory attacks, advocacy groups dodge the term. Rand Paul's attack on Anthony Fauci chills scientific debate over gain-of-function research. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Wednesday, July 28, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Men shot and wounded following altercation in Austin. 3 robberies in under an hour on South Side. Horoscope for Wednesday, July 28, 2021. Swimming star Katie Ledecky gets her first gold of Tokyo Olympics. Man killed in Lawndale shooting. Lefty batters make it a long night for Adbert Alzolay as Cubs fall to Reds. Blackhawks trade retired Brent Seabrook's contract to Lightning for Tyler Johnson, pick. Eloy Jimenez powers White Sox to victory with first homer of season. Cubs send Keegan Thompson to AAA Iowa to prepare to start. The next headlines are from the Times of India. Blinken meets Dalai Lama's representative in Delhi. Basavaraj Bommai sworn in as new Chief Minister of Karnataka. Madras HC warns of staying odor over vanilla air quota. Do more vaccine side effects mean higher protection? Kerala Assembly ruckus, SC says LDF MLAs must face prosecution. Why Apple wants companies to choose Mac over Windows. Cloudburst hits J&K Village, over 30 missing, death toll at 7. Parliamental hive, did government use Pegasus weapon against its own people, Rahul Gandhi asks. Intel to now make chips for Qualcomm. New WhatsApp feature will help you ignore archive chats. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Wednesday, July 28, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Georgia James Tavern opens tonight. Texas Children's confirms it has some COVID kids on ventilators, updated. Simone Biles is out of U.S. team competition in Tokyo, updated. Judgment Week, preview of the most important Houston sports week all year. HISD Superintendent House says Delta's rapid spread hasn't yet altered plans for in-person classes. Fox News is trying to kill my dad, and probably yours, too. Growing up poor in the art of video game item hoarding. First look, The Chipper and Katie. Classic rock titans and friends, Harrison and Clapton. The next headlines are about world records making news. Greece breaks rowing world record at Tokyo Olympics, Greek reporter. Britain win gold in swimming relay, just miss world record, Macau business. Stand up for world record paddleboarder Cal, the Open Times. Olympic swimming highlights, Katie Ledecky wins gold in first women's 1,500, the New York Times. Thailand applying for Guinness World Record for longest petrified log intact, the Star Online. Record-setting super shoes are here to stay, say experts, France 24. Olympics latest, 2 world champion boxers out in round of 16, Kiro Seattle. Tokyo 2020 Olympics, Day 4 Finals Live Recap, Swim. 19-year-old to set aviation record for youngest woman to fly solo around the world, News 18. 2 world record, 4 other Olympic best finals, Day 6 rowing roundup, KSBY San Luis Obispo News. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Ex-airman who leaked secrets of America's drone war gets 45 months in prison. American Horror Story teases its return with maybe its most nightmarish promo ever. How to look better on video calls using your iPad Pro. Kevin Smith just wants angry He-Man nerds to grow up. Instagram's new settings take aim at creepy adults. Arizona Republicans subpoena routers amid cyber ninjas shambling election audit. The U.S. government has sold Martin Shkreli's one-of-a-kind Wu-Tang album. It's about to get harder to buy a gaming PC. Snowden, people who bankroll the spyware industry should be in prison. A stifling new heat wave is baking the U.S. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Luffy and minus Luffy at 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Dome Cii in Antarctica at minus 104.08 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 75.6 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. Mergers, twists, and pentagons, the architecture of honeycombs. Apple reports a 50% year-over-year jump in iPhone sales. CDC mask reversal, vaccinated should wear masks in many settings amid surge. New Ghostbusters, Afterlife trailer teases return of lots of familiar faces. Activision Blizzard walkout for equality to protest management inaction. Ajit Pai apparently mismanaged $9 billion fund, new FCC boss starts cleanup. Toyota bet wrong on EVs, so now it's lobbying to slow the transition. Facebook recalls 4 million Quest 2 VR face liners over rashes and hives. Preview, Frameworks lightweight modular laptop is a winner. The following headlines are from Raw Story. DC cop reveals the FOB cop union has refused to stand up for them in wake of January 6 attacks. Fox News Laura Ingraham mocks police by giving out awards to best dramatic performances. Barack Obama and Joe Biden are both more beloved than Donald Trump in new president's survey. Worst human known to man, Tucker Carlson destroyed after laughing at DC cop with PTSD. Tucker mocks DC cop's claim of suffering from PTSD, even though he was beaten and knocked unconscious. Florida GOP lawmaker rants about full-blown communism in unhinged reaction to federal worker vax mandate. GOP lawmaker who compared MAGA rioters to tourists cornered by Dem Jamie Raskin in wild exchange. GOP lawmaker banned from Oregon Capitol grounds for 18 months after pleading guilty to letting in rioters. McCarthy has been miscalculating the whole time on riot commission, and it's blowing up on him, Van Jones. Here are the excuses Trump will most likely use to weasel out of testifying at Capitol Riot Commission. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. Today is the 100th anniversary of insulin. Let us know how it's affected your life. Trump stiffs George P. Bush, the only Bush that likes me. You will die on your knees, as cops recount Capitol violence, Republicans boycott and blame Pelosi. Here's a long list of top Republicans the 1/6 committee should question. How Flint closed the gap between black and white suffering under COVID. Brazil's 13-year-old skateboard phenom Ray Salil is hands down the best part of the Olympics so far. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Grand Tour, Wild Weather of the Solar System, Astronomy Magazine. The following items are today's top search results for the term neural plasticity. World News, latest lie. INUS and marijuana are associated with post-stroke depression NDT, Dove Medical Press. Swimming might be the closest thing to a fountain of youth, Market Watch. Top 7 foods for a healthy brain, Krishi Jagran. Neuroendocrine disorders and obstructive sleep apnea hyponia NSS, Dove Medical Press. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Wednesday, July 28, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. UFO tech has security experts worried. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Wednesday, July 28, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. News i8 is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by News i8. All rights reserved.